Hello patrons, hope you're all safe and well. Just want to start off by welcoming Alex Modelling to my Patreon this week, and also Bob Dinutto. Obviously, thank you both for joining Patreon and supporting me. Like I say, it means a lot, and like I say, can't thank you all enough. So like I say, I was doing a Yamato build yesterday, and I was working with a mini lathe. And I kind of, as I was obviously working with it, I thought it'd probably make a really good video, for especially more for my patrons, to show you the kind of versatility that you actually get with this mini lathe. Because I know a lot of people have seen me over the course of the last 2 years using the mini lathe to make obviously the mass for HMS Victory, but I use it for quite other things as well, and I pretty much never ever really show that. So I kind of thought I'd kind of get all the accessories out and kind of show you the versatility of the mini lathe. So I'm going to put you onto picture in picture. Okay, so this is the mini lathe, and like I say, if you've not already seen my video, if you obviously check out the playlist for model shipbuilders, I've got a video on there where I'm kind of obviously adjusting this to make it longer. I added around about another about 20 or 30 centimeters, just so I can make the mast longer. But like I say, one of the things I never really talking about is obviously the other things I actually use it for. And one of the first things we get is actually, well, we don't actually, I'll just obviously point out that we get this as part of the kit. This is like a little like container that you can use to make like a table saw. But obviously that comes part of the kit. But obviously all the accessories I'm going to show you now, they're all, I'll just put you back on this thing. Yeah, they're all obviously bought separate, but there was only like, each one I'll go into, no more than around about £6-7 each, with sanding discs and obviously cutting blades. So yeah, really good value, but I'll show you that after. Okay, so one of the first things I use is this circular saw attachment, and I got this off Amazon. Like I say, I'll try and find the links, and I paid around about £6 for this, and this came with this little wallet with around about 6 different size blades, so you can kind of use that on the whichever one you want. So like I say, it's pretty much all you're going to do is load it into chuck. I know what, when I read the reviews, a lot of people were saying, I'll put you onto closer zoom, a lot of people saying that these were snapping, and I think the trouble is obviously we got this fatter end, and then we get machined down to quite a smaller shaft. So what you really need to do, make sure you do, is obviously when you're loading it into the chuck, is get that right up against the. Let me just turn that way. I'm locking. Yeah, just get that right up against the jaws of the chuck, so there's no vibration. Okay, so the circular saw blade's been loaded into the chuck, and all we can do now is just going to take this attachment and kind of put it over, and then we'd screw it off. We've got like obviously 2 screws either side. I'm not going to show you that, like I say, because I don't want to waste your time. But then you just lock them off, and I said that now we've got. I mean, I'm not going to actually. I'm not going to show it actually working. I'm just going to obviously it creates a lot of dust and a lot of noise and a lot of vibration. When I was doing my Yamato build yesterday, I noticed just as soon as you turn this on, I got the hoover on, everything just kind of starts shaking like crazy. So like I say, at some point I'm going to make a new independent camera arm that sits directly into the floor that never actually touches this table. So any kind of vibration or hammering that I do in future, there'll be no camera shake. So I won't be showing you that, but I just thought I'd just show you the tools. Okay, so you got that one. So now, like I say, you can turn this on. I'll put you back onto zoom. Pretty much, you can, like I say, you can just turn this on, and if you need like some cuts around about 2 mil, you're just going to cut this down. And if you wanted to, when I kind of set mine up, I used to set myself up a little stop. Then I can like repeatedly cut like 1 or 2 mil. And if I need it longer, then I can just move this stop back. But what I'm thinking about doing, this little project that I'm thinking about doing for next year, is actually making a little bit of a table that sits over this mini lathe, like a obviously circular saw table. So then obviously an adjustable fence. So yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that next year, and I think it'd be quite good that all these little attachments we just add to this £30 circular mini lathe. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off. So that's that one. And I'm also just going to bring across now this little sander attachment, and like I say, this was about same again, around about £6 off Amazon. And like I say, it came with a big bag. It came with a really big bag of assorted obviously grade sandpapers. And like I say, I mean they probably last me a fair few years. Like I say, there's must be about 200. So to get obviously this attachment and then about 200 sanding sheets for about £6, absolute bargain. But like I say, I'll put these into the lathe, exactly the same as I've done before. The same again with this one. You can use it freehand. You can kind of get your piece of wood and you can kind of sand whichever way you want. But one of the things I like it for is, like I say, you can put this little casing back on, put it close up to the sanding disc, leave yourself about 1 mil. Like I say, fast tie it off again, and then what you get, especially for like cuts like this, if you don't want to rounding the end off or something, you can kind of sit it on this and then put it into the middle, and all you're going to do is just pivot it, and then that's just going to round it off in a nice equal sanding. So yeah, so that's like I say, it's just an added bonus for like a £6 attachment. Okay, so that's that one. And like I say, one of the other ones you could do, you can get like the cutting disc that you can use as well. This is part of my Dremel set, and I can just kind of fit this into the chuck and do it exactly the same way as I did the circular saw attachment. And then you've got an attachment for cutting, obviously a little brass sheet. And like I say, then I've got this little drum sander. And this is the one I used in my Yamato build yesterday. And you can just, same again, load it into the chuck, just tie him off. And then this time I actually used the arm. I used a little arm of the arm rest for me when I'm doing like the mask. And this is good if you want to kind of reduce something off the overall. Say this is like 2.5, and you want to reduce it down to 2 mil. So what you can do is just start it onto the edge of the drum sander, and then just keep repeatedly passing it over. And same again, it's a probably benefit from like some kind of casing where that little drum sander just sticks out around about 0.5 mil, so we can just make passes over it, and then we just lose 0.5 mil every time. So like I say, next year I think I'm going to make a range of accessories for this mini lathe, because like I say, it's got so much more power that you can use it for. And like I say, it's just a case of just knocking up a few little different tool accessories. So anyway, so I kind of hope you found that video quite useful. Like I say, I know I didn't turn it on and I didn't show you the process, because when I watch the footage back, and it's just all it is just vibration. Like I say, so until I sort this camera arm out where it's completely independent and never sits on my tables, I can't really show you that, but I will show you that in later on. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, just want to say thank you again for obviously joining, and obviously thank you for my patrons who keep subscribing each month. And like I say, when I get slightly larger, I did a Patreon only stream a couple of weeks back, and it wasn't really a disaster, but I kind of work better when I've got people watching me. I've got like interaction with people who sort of sending me comments, asking me questions. I kind of work better with that on a live stream. And like I say, so when I get a slightly larger Patreon audience, maybe into the 20s or the 30s, I'll probably start doing just some exclusive Patreon only builds. So anyway, so like I say, this is exclusive Patreon. This won't go onto YouTube. This is just for you guys. And like I say, so anyway, take care everybody, and I'll see you all again soon.